Anthony. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, if you're learning how to sell cars, you've been selling cars and you just want to refresh a little bit, this video will be perfect for you. Something that I feel is super important for all salespeople, whether you're an entry-level salesperson or a veteran salesperson, is to identify when there's an objection that we have to overcome, and if it's there, to face it head on. Too many times in sales, I feel that salespeople know an objection exists, but they're afraid to open a can of worms. They don't want to rip the Band-Aid off. But if the objection's there, if you can't hear it, you can't handle it. They're the most dangerous objections. Don't tippy-toe around them. Today's video is part 2. Part 1, we went over 3 scenarios of objections that you will be faced with that at times are there, but you're kind of afraid to rip the Band-Aid off. You don't want to mess anything up, and you're kind of just going throughout the process hoping that it doesn't come up. But number 4 on the list, it'll be number 4 on the list. This is part 2. Number 4 is price. Number 4 is price, or in today's market, addendum, right? Addendum. Price or addendum in today's market. So if you're on the lot, customer sees the addendum. They say to you, all right, listen, $10,000 over sticker. I'm not paying $1 over sticker. It's very easy right then and there to get flustered, right? It's very easy to get flustered. I would recommend on the lot, keeping that customer's guard down, their wall down, offering peace of mind that, hey, Mr. Customer, we've never lost a deal over price or payment. Let's make sure the vehicle's perfect for you, because if it's not, the numbers won't matter anyway. Let's make sure the vehicle's perfect for you, and we'll handle all the pricing inside. That's the easy part. Keep them calm. Now remember this. You get back inside. You know they said that outside. When you present your numbers, your pencil, I would say for this customer, they require a full disclosure pencil. They don't require an old school 4-square with a couple options for down payment, 3 terms and 9 monthly payments. They need a full disclosure, because at the end of the day, this type of customer most likely is going to bring up the price anyway. And if you're not full disclosure, if you don't seem like you're being completely transparent, that's just going to work against you. So even if you close at a payment, just be mindful that they had said they're not paying $1 over sticker. If they don't bring it up, touch or feel situation, you have to have a judgment call at that point. But if they're adamant not paying over sticker and you keep their wall down on the lot, assuring them that you've never lost a deal over price or payment, or if you happen to slip and say, no, we're going to do the deal at sticker, which I don't recommend ever saying, especially on the lot. But if, you feel like they feel like they're not paying over sticker, right? If you feel like they feel like they're not paying over sticker, but you're over sticker, just know you're kind of towing a very slippery slope there. So I'm a believer in today's market of complete transparency, full disclosure. Now, yes, is there a time to go old school, right, with your pencil? Yes, especially if you have a payment shop or a buyer. But this customer who's adamant about not paying over sticker or adamant about wanting to know the sale price, don't tippy-toe around it. Don't go through the deal thinking you have a commitment only for them to say, okay, and the sale price is that sticker price, right? And then you go, no, actually, it's $5,000 over. And then it blows up. There's no reason to do that. So face it head on with somebody who's adamant, and face the addendum head on. That this is what the market is right now. This price is based off of a market adjustment, based off such low supply for such high demand. This is an industry standard, right? Industry standard. It's not unique to our dealership. And the reason why the vehicles are priced the way they are is because they're held in such high regard and they're so valuable in today's market. With that being said, it's going to hold its value as well. So you're not missing out on buying a product that's going to be a plummeting asset. You're buying something that's going to hold its value because the market is forcing it to do so, which, honestly, may or may not be 100% accurate moving forward, if I'm being honest, because we don't know what the market's going to do, but you have to overcome the objection. The fact of the matter is, these vehicles are priced accordingly. The market dictates what the price is going to be. We don't do that. And if we had, listen, if it's a 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee and we had 200 of them on the lot, obviously there wouldn't be an adjusted market value, but nor would the other dealerships do the same. I know it kind of went on a little bit of a rant there, but price, face it head on. Face it head on. If you feel like something's off, just face it head on. It's better to figure this out early in the process. Don't let it blow up in the finance office. We're going to go to number 5. This is part 2 of the video, guys. This is part 2. So 1, 2, and 3 are in part 1. Number 5, we have trade. Trade, right? Trade. So I believe in the sales process, the trade appraisal should happen early on as you're out on the lot picking out the customer's next vehicle. I want the trade to almost be a distant memory by the time they come in and begin negotiating the pricing on the new vehicle, because I want their mind on new car. I want the trade in the past. If they do bring up the trade value, there's going to be a number of ways to overcome that objection. We talked about them in previous videos. We'll talk about them in future videos. But a very quick way to address and redirect, my favorite technique, address and redirect, if you feel like they're saying, okay, let's say they say, I need 20 grand for my trade. I'm not rolling any negative equity in. I need 20 grand. I need 20 grand. They say multiple times throughout the process. Now you start presenting numbers. They ask you, well, what's the trade-in worth? And you hit them with a word track, right? And we'll go over those in other videos. And then you redirect back to payment. If trade-in isn't brought up again, but it's lingering out there, once again, I would go full disclosure. Face it early on. Don't close at a payment, and then they try to bump you $3,000, $5,000, $7,000, whatever thousand on their trade-in. You're chasing your tail. You're only kind of teasing yourself, right? You're fooling yourself. That's all you're doing. You don't want to face the objection, but at the end of the day, you're eventually going to have to. So just do it early, get it over with, and get it out of the way. It's like doing your chores, right? Get them out of the way and then move on with your day. Number 6 now. Number 6. Once again, this is part 2. There's a part 1 video. Number 6. Money down. So let's say your customer says they'd like to put $2,000 down at signing. You start grinding. You start negotiating. You start what-ifing them at $4 grand, at $5 grand, that's it, whatever the case. And they start saying, well, let me see what the payments would be. And you start coming back, and it's just you're not really flowing. They're kind of all over the place. They're not giving you firm commitments on money down. They're saying, well, let me see what it would be. Next thing you know, you close them at a payment, but you never really got a yes on the money down. You didn't get a no. You got a let me see what it would be, but it's not a concrete yes. Hit them between the eyes. Just say, and just to be clear, John, the $4,000 down, you would have that at signing today, correct? Be clear with them. Because if they're going to tippy-toe around it as well, and they're not giving you a firm commitment, you're just playing this dance of uncertainty, right? You're playing this dance of uncertainty. I want to know exactly what I'm working with. You don't want to close them at a payment, and then they pull back on you and say, oh, well, I only want to do the $2 grand down, and now you're at $5 grand down. It's just, you're unraveling it for no reason. So hit them between the eyes. If they wanted to put X amount of dollars down and you're trying to bump them, and next thing you know, you're going throughout the negotiation process, you're getting yeses at payment, you're getting yeses at term, you're getting yeses at the lease, on the lease, you're getting yeses here, there, whatever may be the trade they're good with. They're not talking about sale price. Maybe you go to a different vehicle. Maybe, how about this? Maybe you switch from a finance to a lease. You have $5,000 down. You have $10,000 down on a finance. You switch to a lease. They tell you, I would do the lease, but I'm not putting all that money down, right? I'm not putting all that money down. You come back with a lease payment. They don't realize it's with the full $10,000 down. They might, listen, I've had that before. They say, well, I thought that was with no money down. Once you close them at the payment, you're like, no money down. Now you're 10 grand apart. So be clear, full disclosure. In today's market, there's no reason not to be. There's no reason not to be. Hit them between the eyes. They're actually becoming conditioned to the straight at them, kind of no nonsense, right between the eyes, because of this leverage that we as dealers have had over the last couple of years, which the balance of power is changing. It's swinging a little bit, so we have to be sharp. That's why we got to be prepared. But they've been conditioned to deal with dealers that are just straight up honest. Yeah, we're selling the car. We're 10 grand over sticker. Yeah, no, that's our best deal. There's no back and forth. Like, that's kind of how the market became over the last couple of years. So if you're new in the business, just know that's not the real car business. Like, and I'm not being one of those guys like, oh, well, when I was on the floor, that's not what I'm saying. The real car business it's coming. It's coming soon. We're in a little bit of a weird time now. We're kind of in between both, and you could feel the balance of power shifting. So that's why we're getting ready for it. But that being said, consumers have gotten a little bit used to dealers just tell them this is what it is. Yeah, we're not going to chase you around for a deal. We have plenty of people looking to buy our vehicles. So you can be honest, open, and right between the eyes with them. There's no reason to dance around or tippy-toe. If you feel like you don't have the money down because they don't want to put that much down on a lease, or they didn't really say yes to the money down you're offering, but they didn't say no, just get it locked in. Find out, John, and just to be clear, the $4,000 down, you had that at signing today, correct? right? The $4,000 that you were looking to invest in the form of a down payment, you have that today, correct? Okay, John, just to make sure that $4,000 is comfortable for you to put down today, correct? So just make sure if it's unspoken, you can't handle it, don't tippy-toe around these objections. We got a part 3 video coming up for you in the next couple days. Talk to you soon. Hey, my friend, thank you for watching. And if you want to see videos just like this one, please like and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate the love and support. And don't forget, leave some comments down below. I'm looking forward to all of your interaction and feedback, and I can't wait to bring you more videos just like this one. Thanks again. I'll talk to you soon.